Hi friends, welcome back to playing tribute to Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where today, we're not going to be Apollo Justice, we're going to be Phoenix Wright. And as you can see, we're looking at 7 years ago, the first part of the trial. So let's jump into the trial that changed the legal, I guess it didn't really change the legal system, changed the path of Phoenix Wright for the last 7 years. And I guess led him to this legal system project of his, but I think it's just him being him. Because, you know, once a lawyer, always a lawyer. Showdown time. The episode is up there. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time. I only lost twice. He was the first. The man I killed, of course. Well, seems I found the partner I've been looking for all along. Over a game of cards? Why, yes, over a game of cards. That was how we first met, 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright's final trial. Oh man, that's like so. That title being there was very intense. Oh, the picture is a nice little forest path again, just like in the old days. Oh, okay. It's been a long time since I felt like such a rookie. I'm gonna try to relax. Good morning, Mr. Enigmar. I'm sorry to have sprung this on you so suddenly. I received the files from your previous attorney only yesterday. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure I'm prepared. I understand how I'm asking the impossible of you. Yes, well, you haven't really told me what happened yet. All we did was play cards. That was enough. Actually, it wasn't. Trust me. Oh, morning, Daddy! I'm so glad you came. You okay, Daddy? They picking on you? I'm fine as always. This old boy is here to help me after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. It's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks! My first show's today after all. Oh, I'm sure it is. What the heck is she talking about? Oh, old boy! Huh? Me? Look what he's started. Here. What's this? Seems fate's clock will make me wait a little longer. At least, only less than 10 swift minutes remain. To all those who have supported me in my life's work, I give thanks. Farewell, Magnifique Rai. I don't know. I just got it over there in the hall. They told me to give it to the old boy in the blue suit with the spiky hair. They said it was really important. What's this? A memo for you or some such? Not from the looks of it. What's this? Looks like a page from someone's diary. I'll give it a read later. I actually already read it. What do I have? Crime photo. Body found in hospital room, shot in the forehead. With a golden gun? Also, the clown was shot in the forehead, too. Apparently. I see a bullet hole in the clown. That's weird. Is one of the things that are supposed to be in his arm just stuck to the bed? And the journal does look like it has something torn out of it. Single gunshot to the head, estimated time of death 11 to 11:30 p.m. Okay. Haha, the good old-fashioned song. That's great. Okay. You feeling nostalgic? It's been a while since we've done Phoenix Wright. because we were doing the Miles Edgeworth stuff. So, yeah, this is like back in the shoes of the original, the OG. Here we are again. Well, how do you feel about the trial today? We'll get through it, somehow. Incidentally, the prosecutor today is a new guy, I hear. Ah, an easy win then, yes? They're calling him a true thoroughbred in the history of the prosecutor's office. Of course, there's one of those every year. Switching of attorneys just before the trial. I know it is a difficult situation I put you in. But, allow me to say one thing, Mr. Wright. Yes? They will not be able to pronounce me guilty today. So do your best, but do not worry. First time a defendant's ever given me a pep speech. I'll do what I can. I see you do not understand. You see, it will be impossible for them to declare a verdict. Impossible? Yes. Isn't that right, Trucy? Yep, you bet, Daddy. My first look at the case was only yesterday, and the information I was given was a tad bit lacking, to be honest. Still, I'll do what I can, for their sake. I believe the curtains will be lifting any time now. I'm in your capable hands, Mr. Wright. My client is Shady Enigmar, known to the world as Zack Gramarye, a wildly popular magician, star of Troupe Gramarye. His mentor, Magnifique Gramarye, was a rare breed magician. He single-handedly ushered in the golden age of stage magic, until he was shot dead. And Zack Gramarye is the suspect. Court is now in session for the trial of Shady Enigmar. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Is the prosecution ready? I was just thinking, is this what all the fuss is about? Bit of a buzzkill, really. Buzzkill is its new kind of crime. One of the worst. This is a trial, y'all. Where are the sweaty palms, the pounding hearts? A Gavineers concert got 10 times the thrill this gig's got. Who are you again? Javier Gavin. I came to get the party started. Legally, yeah? Gavin. Defense attorney Christoph Gavins. Figures my bro's more famous in this part of town. Javier Gavin. Lead singer for the mega hit band, the Gavineers. You're out of your league, rock boy. Wow! We have not seen, this side of Phoenix Wright. I mean, I guess, I don't know how long he's been at the game, but confident Phoenix Wright. A little bit too confident? A little bit cocky? I don't know whether I like that. I know what you're thinking. You're out of your league, rock boy. True, my debut single, 13 Years Hard Time for Love, went platinum overnight. But that's just a hobby to me compared to this, yeah? Talkative, aren't you? I like your affected Euro rock accent, by the way. I'm just getting warmed up. Here, Attorney Wright. Again, I can't do the Euro rock accent, so apologies. Perhaps you'll be so kind as to fill us in on the case. Achtung, baby! Time to call on the opening act. What was his name again? Ah, yes, Detective Gumshoe. Hit it! Welcome back! Nostalgia! And you are? Hey, you are the one who called me up here, sir. Name's Dick Gumshoe. I'm a homicide detective down the precinct. Detective Gumshoe, long time no see. Hey, you! Me. Today's the day, pal. Today, I win and you lose. I got confidence in my testimony today, see? What? You normally lack confidence in your testimony? Hair detective, this is my stage. Can the antics. Huh? All this hey-youing and such. And I could care less about your history together. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, if you would, please tell us about the case at hand. Happened 6 days back, in a room in the General Hospital. Facts are as simple as they come. Here's the crime scene. Victim was a patient, asleep in a hospital bed. Killer comes in, puts a pistol in his forehead, and bam, lights out. That was the facts. Simple enough. Not so long ago, the victim Magnifique Gramarye was a famous man. He had the entire country under his magical spell, as it were. Ah yes, the great magician. He retired years ago, though. Say the name Magnifique to one of my generation, and you'd be lucky to get a blank stare. Yes, though I'm sure the youngsters today know his disciples even better. I dare say Troupe Gramarye has made quite a name for themselves. Anyhow, the retired Magnifique's been in the hospital for the last year. What was it? Malignant tutor or something? Doing something to his liver, I think. Yeah. A malignant tumor, perhaps. In other words, he had liver cancer. He had only 3 months left to live, in fact. Well, that's some good information, too. Getting charged for that. Give him 3 months. Progress to final stage. No hope of recovery. Patient has 3 months left to live. Chronic diabetes requires regular insulin. It's got a lot going on. Facts do seem simple enough, but something's not right. The victim was already climbing a 3-month stairway to heaven. Why not wait for him to knock, knock, knock on heaven's door? Why shoot him? I wouldn't have put it quite so lyrically, but it's true. Why make the effort to commit murder when the victim is about to die? Incidentally, the victim had a serious case of diabetes. In fact, he was about to shoot up with insulin when he was shot with a pistol. The syringe was found at the crime scene. Oh, that's what was beside the gun there. Chronic diabetes and cancer. As much as it pains me to say it, the victim was clearly at the end of his life. No signs of use. Has been washed. I always hated giving shots. I guess Magnifique was giving himself the insulin shots. There's no way I could do that. Wait. If Magnifique used this to inject his insulin, why are there no traces of having been used? Something to keep in mind. Yeah, because it's empty. Interesting. I believe the question before us is clear, then. Why did the killer have to shoot this dying man? What reason could he have had? Very well, Detective. Perhaps you can enlighten us as to the circumstances of the shooting? Yes, sir. Actually, the victim kind of ordered the defendant to zoom in. A few days before it happened, the victim sent a letter ordering his own murder. The defendant did what was asked of him and shot the old man in the forehead. The bullet was fired from the pistol found at the scene. No doubt about it. And the pistol definitely belonged to the old man, sir. What? You're saying the victim ordered his own shooting? Those are the facts. I have here a letter in question. To my beloved student, Zach. To you I entrust the task of lowering my life's... Hey, I was reading that! Very unusual indeed. Of lowering my life's curtain. Come on the 13th, 11:05 p.m. I will ready a gun with which you will shoot one shot square in the forehead. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Magnifique Gramarye. Interesting. Although could such a thing as a letter really cause one to pull the trigger, I wonder. I believe the answer to that question can be found at the end of the letter. You cannot refuse, and we both know the reason why. Detective Gumshoe, can you explain this to the court? Unfortunately, even the defendant won't say a peep about that bit, sir. One thing bothers me about this. Why didn't he just say 11? Why have him come at 11:05 without some specific reason? The devil is in the details, Herr Attorney. Was there some reason? As it turns out, there was. Every night for a half hour, starting at 11, the victim, Magnifique Gramarye, was given an IV. An IV. There it is in the picture, off to the side of the bed. At 11, a doctor would come in, set up the IV. 30 minutes later, he would come back for the empty bag. This happened every night, without fail. Well, the bag isn't empty and the IV isn't in his arm, so That was the only time they could meet without the chance of an untimely interruption. During his IV. Very well. Shall we begin? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you would. What's this reason he couldn't refuse, I wonder? He could have at least mentioned it to me. Press everything when it comes to the detective. Just because he got the letter doesn't mean he went through with it. Oh, I disagree. The victim was indeed shot in the forehead after all, just as he had commanded. Could be a setup. But let's not be in such a hurry. Maybe we should let the witness talk for a change? Thanks, pal. Fine, I can play it slow as well as I can play it fast. On with the testimony, Detective Gumshoe. And this letter was sent by the victim. There it is. Gotcha. You're all mine this time, pal. Huh? I had the handwriting checked out, of course. It's the victim's, no mistake. Ah, I see. Ha 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 ha! Score 1 for the boys. I didn't lose, I was just ascertaining the facts. So why am I so annoyed? But a letter ordering your undefined death. Things aren't what they used to be, I guess. I'm not sure this is exactly commonplace even now, Your Honor. So anyway, I guess I'll keep going while I'm ahead. How can you be so sure? Hey, you gotta learn to stop relying on people to do your thinking for you, pal. Learn to think for yourself. Get that noggin cranking. You fail to grasp the concept of questioning, Detective. First, we got this letter. It says, shoot in the forehead, loud and clear. I can see that, but I still wouldn't do it. Well, maybe you need to grow yourself a backbone, pal. You fail to grasp the concept of shooting people is bad, Detective. We also found the defendant's pistol at the scene. Traces of gunpowder residue shows that it had been fired recently. What was right? As far as I can tell from looking at this photo, there seems to be no issue with the prosecution's claim. The photo. I think there's something in there I can use. So they're saying the defendant shot the victim in the forehead. I think there's a hole in the prosecution's argument. Clearly, Mr. Enigmar... Hey, let's talk about it. That clown is weird. Looking at that photo, another possibility occurs to me. Yes. What does the letter tell us? That the defendant had a reason he couldn't refuse his teacher's wishes? Bingo, pal! That's why the defendant popped him one in the forehead. Oh, the defense disagrees. You see, the defendant had another choice he could make.
Objection!
What? And you can prove that with this photo. I can prove he had a choice, yes. The defendant might have fired like he was ordered, but he didn't shoot the victim's forehead. Well, let's hear what you're thinking, Mr. Wright. If he didn't shoot the victim's forehead, what did the defendant shoot?
Take that!
The clowns. The clown doll? Take a closer look. See? It's been shot in the forehead, too. There's a hole in this forehead. Yes, and a hole in the prosecution's claim.
Objection!
And I suppose you have a reason as to why he'd shoot the clown doll. He didn't just shoot the doll, he shot the doll's forehead. His forehead. Let's read the orders once more, shall we? You will shoot one shot square in the forehead. Which is exactly what he did. He shot the clown doll square in the forehead. Take that. The defense has raised an intriguing possibility. And that hole in the clown's forehead. It definitely looks like it was shot. Bailiff, send someone to investigate this matter.
Objection!
I admit, I'm impressed, but I expected nothing less. Still, this doesn't mean he didn't shoot the victim.
Objection!
Perhaps he did have to shoot the forehead as ordered, but the letter says nothing about whose forehead. This was the only way he had to follow his orders without taking a life. The bullet hole in the clown doll's forehead does demand an explanation. It might very well be a clue. Yet Prosecutor Gavin is right. It alone does not prove the defendant's innocence. You cannot say for sure the defendant didn't shoot the victim. So sorry, Mr. Wright. How sad it is to see the mighty fall. How sad it is to see the novice's overconfidence. He doesn't realize just how big this little hole is going to get. It's not my first rodeo. Detective Gumshoe, please take this newfound fact into account as you continue your testimony. Do I have the murder weapon? Can I look and see how many shots were fired from it? No, I cannot. So, let me get this straight. You were saying my client first shot the clown, then shot the victim? Hey, not a bad summary, pal. More of a confirmation than a summary, but whatever. That was really more of a confirmation than a summary. But our defense attorney seems pleased enough with himself. Do these people ever miss a chance to mock me? Well, now that Mr. Wright's gotten that out of his system, shall we continue with the testimony? I didn't have time to gather all the details before coming in here. This testimony may be my only source of information. Better pay attention and read this letter carefully. Okay, it did say one shot. Is that what my offense is? Really? Again, it's very feeble testimony. Like, I don't blame Gavin at all for being all like, that's nothing. Oh, I haven't finished asking. Shot the old man in the forehead. That's because it wasn't a presentation, it was after pressing. You mean this pistol, the one in the crime scene photo? That's the one! It's a funny looking gun, so there's no mistaking it. We compared the bullet taken from the victim's skull with the bullet fired from this gun. The rifling marks and the bullets were a perfect match. So, you verified the murder weapon, in other words. You bet we did! Why are you so certain? Well, pal Sand has your head been stuck in all this time, pal. You never heard of Zack and Valen's quick draw shoot 'em? What's that? One of the defendant's specialties. Zack and Valen stand on either side of a girl. Then they shoot. But the bullets don't hit her. Instead, they hit everything else on the stage. This is one of the pistols they used in the show. Got a great design, huh? Kids love it. Many boys and girls joined the police because of that pistol, I hear. You know, that would explain a lot about the police force. Troop Grimmer, I stopped doing that act a while ago. Old man held on to that pistol ever since. The court would like to see the pistol in question. Yes, please, thank you. You got it, sir. Here she is. Well, this truly is a blast from the past. Stage pistol for magic... It's a stage pistol for magic shows, see? But it can fire real bullets. Looks so much bigger in real life than on TV. Yeah, but it can only hold one round. By the way, the pistol's firing chamber is empty. And it shows traces of having been fired recently. So were any fingerprints found on the gun? Unfortunately, no. Of course, the defendant is known for wearing gloves. We might say that a lack of fingerprints is, in fact, a fingerprint of its own. Ha! Intriguing point, well made. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Not well made, not intriguing. In any case, the court accepts the evidence. Good, awesome, perfect. I'm going to use that. My grandchild will get a kick out of seeing this. But now's the time to return to our testimony. Yes, and... present that gun. There it is.
Objection!
What was that about it only having one round in it? The trickiest cases often seem the simplest. Prosecutor Gavin, you missed the bullet hole in the clown's forehead. If you hadn't missed that, you might have come to a very different conclusion. Understand? Yeah, but like I just said, Val, After he shot the clown in the forehead, he went and
Objection!
did nothing of the sort to the victim. The pistol proves he could not. The murder weapon? How? It's quite simple, Your Honor. This pistol only holds one bullet at a time. Ah! If he had shot the clown in the forehead, he couldn't have shot the victim too. Yarg!
Objection!
That's not a contradiction, not even close. All he had to do was reload the pistol after the first shot.
Objection!
Oh, where did he get the extra bullet? They're not so easy to come by, you know. If you claim the defendant had one ready, then prove to us how he got it. I had a feeling this wasn't over yet. No, this party's just getting started. And I haven't proven anything yet beyond my good looks and startling record sales. And utter lack of humility. Oh, what's this? It seems that the prosecution has another witness prepared. Like I said, Herr Detective was just the warm-up act. Now that the audience has gotten a taste of what's to come, they're ready. Ready for what? For my decisive witness, of course. A witness who, you will find, who can prove one thing for us. That it was Zack Gramarye who shot the victim in the forehead. Very well. We will pause for a 15-minute recess. This might be my lucky break. I'll need that 15 minutes to talk to my client, Zack. Court is adjourned. These are gonna be short. Maybe. I don't know. The next part of the trial might be long. Decisive witness and all sounds kind of boss battle-y to me. They always say that they have decisive witnesses. It's interesting to see Phoenix's reaction to Gavin, young Gavin. I think he's 17 in this. I have to double check the ages. But yeah, that's it for this time round. It's a shorter one, I know, and the last one was kind of short too. So we're creeping ahead. We're sliding ahead to the end of this game and the end of the games on the DS, because that's what we got here. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time.